My name is Brendan Mize. My current profession is a school counselor at Siloam Springs High School. There's a lot of mental health concerns. Of course, that gets all thrown out the window if someone comes in and is in need of a crisis or is in a crisis and is in need of some help. I think a lot of my positive outlook and positive attitude kind of carries into the counseling. They say that you kind of take approaches whenever you're in counseling, and I'd say that's my eclectic approach, is a lot of solution focused because of kind of how brief counseling usually is in a school setting, but also that positive psychology element where it's a lot of focusing on the good rather than the bad. You got to remember that these people who might be hard on you, they don't know what you're going through. Always I try to pull students back to the uplifting side of things.
Is it? Yeah.
Through 7th grade, I was in school where I was living with my stepdad because actually what had happened was my dad was murdered and my grandparents and my mom were in jail. So the environment was very poor. There was no real assistance from the school. It was a K-8 school and I had about 12 kids in my grade. So it was very small, everyone knew everyone, but I think it was so small that there was no real counselor that would help. There was no assistance to be had there. As you grow up, you want to be the person that young you would be comfortable with. You want to be the person that young you needed. Never when I talk to a student is it my own therapy, but it is something that I know students, because I've been in their seat, I would have been comfortable with hearing, that I would have wanted to hear. But the reason I guess I've convinced myself is I didn't see counselors, and one of the main passions is I always had good grades. So everyone thought I was doing good. I mean, that's the logic. I mean, sometimes you see a story, you're like, that student's doing great, they have great grades, why would I check on them? Because maybe they didn't think I needed the intervention for that. But now that is one of my passions now, is even the kids with good grades, even the kids who are involved, they still might have stuff going on that you need to check in. So I want to be a counselor, not only for the students who are doing poorly, but the students who may not even, I want to see those students. I want to let them know in the hallway, I see you. I see what's going on and I want to help.